Shanti, this is Sakar Murli of 8th April 2023. Essence, sweet children, do not become someone who dishonor the name of the clan of any region. Even if the most difficult situations arises, don't let you go off your religion. Always remember the promise of you made to the Father. Question: what precautions must you children take at every step? Answer: no matter what the circumstances are, you definitely have to fulfill the promise you made to the Father. It is essential to take the precautions. After it belongs to the Father, do not become to the key check and perform wrong actions. If you perform any wrong action, Dharmaraj will take full account of that. Do not follow the dictates of your own mind of others. Remember Srimad at every step. Song: You are the mother, you are the father. Shanti. God Shiva speaks to his soligram children. Souls are called soligrams. You children know that our Supreme Father is the Supreme Soul, whose name is incorporeal Shiva, businessman called the Dot Shiva. Baba has explained to you that a soul is also a dot that resides in the center of the forehead. A wonderful star shines in the center of the forehead. This refers to the soul. You first have to this faith. Truly, our incorporeal Baba Shiva is teaching us. Our Father is Shiva. I am a soul. Even if you stay Rudra, he is incorporeal. It is just a different name, but it refers to the same one. He is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the one who resides beside the seed of the human world tree. He is the Father of all souls. The incorporeal soul speaks through this corporeal body. When you children are personally sitting in front of Baba, you become intoxicated that Shiv Baba truly is teaching you. Baba does not have a body of his own. Each soul has a name for his body. The Supreme Soul only has one name. The Father explains, I am incorporeal Shiva. In order to take the birth in the human beings, the world like you children, I adopt a body. All of you are corporeal, whereas it is only at this time that I become corporeal. It is the only now that I entered this one to teach you. The soul and you souls listen. Only when you embodiment of very well can you have to love for the Father. However, your faces shown that no one has the much love. Baba says, your faces should bloom. For instance, when a Kumari puts on her jewelry and goes to meet her husband-to-be, her face blooms. You children are being decorated with knowledge, so the mercury of your happiness should be arise. Baba does not trap you in any type of corporeal form. All others are body conscious and they continue to trap you in their corporeal bodies. Here the Father says, remember me, the incorporeal Father, O beloved children, O souls. I, the Supreme Soul, teach you through this body of Brahma. How else could I teach you? I definitely need a body to purify you. This is fixed in the drama. I cannot come here without a body. When they revoke to the soul, they feed a Brahmin priest. Nothing happens to be Brahmin. The soul speaks and related this news. All of this happen according to the drama. Whatever is fixed in the drama is released. That is called a depart spirit. The soul is called a depart spirit that has said a body and taken another. You children now know that the Baba is the ocean of knowledge. It is not a question of ocean of water. People have come into the body conscious and become so ugly. You are now once again becoming soul conscious and becoming beautiful. The soul continue to become pure, to the extent that you remember Baba according to your sin will be burnt away. By having this yoga, your sins will be absolved. You know how much efforts Mama and Baba must has making. Yet you too have the endured the suffering of karma. There are burdens of many births still remaining on your forehead. Those karmic accounts have been settled by end, number wise according to the effort you made. You children know that there is the rosary of Rudra, there is the rosary of 8, the rosary of 108 and also rosary of 16108. There are countless subjects, all of them are the part of rosary of Rudra. All of the souls of the whole world are the part of rosary of Rudra. All of the children of the Father. The whole geographical trees continue to be created. People have a big geographical tree and then that become their surname. This is the rosary of Sri Sri Shiv Baba. The Father says, become soul conscious and remember the Father of all that time. If you consider yourself to be soul and remember the Father, your sins will be burnt away. Otherwise, there will have to be a lot of punishment. The Father repeatedly tells you, children, don't forget me, however Maya takes you forget. The Father says, children, keep your chant. For how long do you I remember Shiv Baba? Start by remembering the Baba and half an hour, then develop that practice. Create such a stage that at the end you only remember Baba. Only those who stay in such remembrance become the 8 jewels of the rosary of victory. This requires efforts to the extent that someone does something happen. According he is receiving the reward of it. Sannyasis leave their forms and go away from that, and then come back and stay in palaces. In fact, that doesn't in law. You receive a lot of happiness there. The Father embraces you into the given a lot of love, sweet children. You receive to the become the weatherless of all. So make such an effect to the future. However, the prosperity of the present time is all going to turn to dust. Some people wealth will remain burning in dust. When accidents takes place, where are fires? When aeroplanes cross thieves and come a lot of loot, everything will run away. Many will die through all of the bombs, etc., that have now been created. The things that happen at the time were remembered later. All the millionaires, etc., are going to be destroyed. America is so wealthy. In this land of death, it is enough. America is heaven. However, it is like a mirage. You know that those people themselves know that the death of just ahead. They definitely must be God. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul definitely become the carrier of the task of establishing the destruction. He is Karan Karavanhar. He carries out establishment through the Brahma. You are now sitting here. Only you children are called Brahmins. You receive your inheritance from your grandfather. Srimad has been remembered as the most elevated and you have to follow it. You have to become deities. The Father says at this time everyone is the Duryodanas of Draupadi's. It is related to the story of that Draupadi stayed in someone's room. Kichak, the one impure vision, chased after her. In fact, all of you are Draupadis. You Kumaris and Matas are all Draupadis. When Kumari go on service, Kichakas chase them. It is written that Bhima, that is, killed Kichaka. Kichak means someone who is very dirty, someone who chases others. Therefore, the father becomes to save the Draupadis from being stripped. Kumaris have to look after themselves very well. The story of Kichak etc. at this time. You have to very cause. If someone comes to the father and then become like Kichak, you don't tell that Dharmaraj could do. You children have been given vision of that. They experienced a lot of punishment. Baba was once asked about that. Baba replies, if you have given a vision, he definitely has to tolerate it. His past karmic accounts are reduced in this way. Baba doesn't keep anything of anyone. The father explains, do not become Kichak or Duryodhanas. There are so many names of devils, such as Kans, Jarasandh, Sisupal, etc. Kans means those who are vices. They harass the Kumaris a lot. You have now become Brahmins, children of the Father, in order to become deities, so don't dishonor the Brahmins' clan. If you cause dishonor, you will become someone who dishonor the name of the clan. You must even look at the face of someone who dishonored the name of the clan. No one is of sinful of such souls. Here, children even diverse the unlimited Father who comes and make you into the masters of the world. Such children are called sinners like Ajamil. Ajamil, however, even sinful souls like Ajamil have to be uplifted. They experience punishments and suffer a great deal. Souls feel a lot of sorrow. They diverse the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, the Unlimited Father. There is no souls as sinful as such souls. The world is very dirty. You have to be very cautious. They have first stayed in the bhakti. The mother and father has taken such a great care of you. Maya is very powerful. This is why Baba says, children, do have enough power to remain pure and claim your inheritance from the Father. Your intellect says, I have become Baba's children and so I could not honor the people, Father name and after becoming his children. Could it? The Father says, I come and make such effort to purify you children. I enter an impure body and impure world. Nevertheless, I dishonor me, then remember that there will be the severe punishment. Here there is a lot of attainment. You are becoming the masters of the heaven. However, if while moving along you let go the Father's hand, you will be completely turned a dust. Maya changes hold knows of the even those who used to leave the Father personally. This is why you have to remember your cause. If after belongs to the Father and making a promise to him, you don't remain pure, there will have a severe punishment. After making a promise to God, you have to fulfill that promise. It is only that time to make promise to the God. Shiv Baba says, promise that you will become the pure and make Bharat into the heaven. If you broke your promise, everything ends, no matter that the circumstances are. Even if the most difficult situations become in front of you, you must never let go into your religion. Even if die, you must not break this promise. Sometimes you make promise and it will be written away from it. And you now have your world of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. If after giving your word, you turn away to the deed, there will be the lot of punishment from Dharmaraj. It is the Father who give you to the fruit. He enable you to receive the fruit of the donations you have made and charity you have performed, and also enable you to receive the punishments of your sins. He is the current Karavanhar, and so you children have to remain very cautious. You are sitting here personally. These ones outside have to leave the strokes. The Father says, while living at the home, while your families and seeing your maternal and maternal uncles only remain to the one Father. He is not a common spiritual gathering. There many people come and gather together. Christians converted so many into the Christians and just one lecture. It cannot be like that here. Here you have died alive. You have to follow Srimad. You have to renounce body conscious and consider yourself to be souls. Souls have remained separate from the Supreme Soul for a long time. You have now found that Sadguru in the form of an agent. He says, remember me, your father, and your boat will go across. If you let go your hand, everything is over. After that, becoming grateful, sinful souls. If you want to see that grateful sins and them here, the Father says, you children must not become impure like that. Become charitable souls, and you have only saved from the committing sins. When you stay in yoga, you have to cause it boxing. Otherwise, Maya will punch you into the back. The conqueror Maya not going to your auntie's home. Your renunciation is Satopradhan. You children have to be very cautious. When you follow the dictates of others, you die. You then write the Baba, Baba, tell Maya to have mercy on us. Baba says, no, I will now order Maya to create a lot of storms and make mountains of sorrow and sinks fall. Catch fools that their nose will be remembered shake and up. See whether they worthy of heaven. He will stay that, having the mercy and give them bloom. Does teach you children in the school of mercy the students? They have a study. This is knowledge. There is no question of blind faith. This is not common spiritual gathering. This is God's spiritual gathering. Acha. To the sweetest beloved long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother and father, the Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Keep the promise you made to the Father. Do not turn away from what you said. Remain very, very cautious. Second point. Decorate yourself and others that knowledge. Never become body conscious or trapped in the corporeal form or trapped others. Blessing. May you the Master Sadguru and give everyone souls to the right liberation and liberation in life in a second. Until now, you have to been playing a part of master bestower and master teacher. But now you have to become a children of Sadguru and play the part of giving the blessing of liberation in and salvation. A master Sadguru means the one who completely follows, one who constantly follows the version of the Sadguru fully. Only such master Sadguru are able to take others beyond with the glass of the second. That is, only they can do the service of the gathering liberation and liberation in life. Slogan: be obedient and you will continue to receive blessings from the Bap Dada's heart. Om Shanti.